Aha! I bet you thought you could get rid of me, but no, I'm back. I managed to get hold of another two blasters. The other one will be going out later this week, I hope, but today we'll be looking at the Jolt. This is a tiny, tiny little spring-powered pistol that is incredibly powerful. I'm guessing almost everybody will know that by now, but I'm going to do the review anyway because I need to have something for my library. Now, the Jolt is an incredibly small pistol, smaller than my hand, which has already been stated to not be incredibly large. It's relatively comfortable. You do have a little difficulty getting space there, but that's to be expected. Holding it like that isn't particularly comfortable. There's sometimes it sticks in the back of your hand, and you know what? That doesn't matter because this gun is absolutely brilliantly powerful. It doesn't look like it has particularly much size. This entire red bar bit here is the piston, and that's pretty decent, plunger draw considering the size of the rest of the gun. It is packaged with the streamline type elite darts. You know what these are like. I don't know if there are any guns that are going to be replaced with the new plunger stuff, but not plunger, suction cup things. I'll get my terms right eventually in the year 5000 when we're all just robot heads. I'm getting distracted again, aren't I? Anyway, so we have the little pistol here, we have a single dart chambered in it, and that's pretty powerful. You probably won't notice because, of course, I'm on the screen and I can see things bouncing back at me. You can't, but I'll let that terrible disability lie. Showing how good the air seal is, you can even do a bit of vacuum loading, though normally it's quite a bit better than that. Come on, please work, demonstration. See, demonstration. That's showing you how good the air seal in this thing is, which means you get a lot of pressure behind it, meaning it goes quite impressively. I actually shot one of my friends in the eye with this by mistake, and they were quite unhappy about it. Normally it's not too much of a big deal, but this gun is particularly impressive. There's not a lot you can say about it because it is incredibly simple, but it's probably one of the best single-shot pistols you can get there. I mean, the Reflex and the Rebel versions of the Reflex, yeah, they're alright. I think they're still with indirect plunger, which obviously this is superior being a direct plunger. Modding potential, spring maybe. I don't know. The spring in this is pretty powerful, and the prime is quite stiff. So I don't know what you can do there. You probably can't do anything on the trigger catch. It's just a single piece of plastic. I don't know if you can see that, but the spring is basically just another piece of plastic. It acts like a torsion thing. Air restrictor removal. Don't know how you're going to get the air restrictor out of there because it's a single sealed unit. You'd have to undo the solvent welding. It's a good enough pistol on its own. I don't think it really needs the modifications, though I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could do something quite cool. Integration, if you could get this to be in line, I think the integration would be really quite cool. Now I think where this really shines, where this goes heads above everything else, is the price. It's a £5. Yeah, that's probably one of the cheapest blasters you can easily get hold of in England. Maybe, I think, I don't know what the other stuff, Rebel and bits, but it's £5. The next thing I can think of is the Strong Arm, which is £10, and this doesn't feel like it's half the blaster. It feels like it's 3/4 of that, even though it's only got one shot. The shot you get is so much better. I would say that if you're ever in the market to start Nerf, or just to get hold of a tiny little pistol, I would probably skip the Fire Strike and go straight for this. But of course, if you want to mod stuff, I suggest the Fire Strike would just be a little bit easier to get to do. So, all in all, I say this is an incredibly impressive little blaster. I would always recommend this if people were thinking about getting it. I put it off for quite a while because I thought, it's so tiny, what could it possibly do? Then I got it and I shot someone with it and they went ow, and I realised, oh my word, this is really freaking cool. Wholeheartedly recommended. Shell needs a bit of work, but the internals are solid, absolutely perfect. Can't fault them enough. I think Hasbro did a fantastic job on this. Obviously the re-released version, And as far as I'm aware, the internals haven't changed, and I don't think they need to, because I don't think you can squeeze any more power out of this system before you're just making a new blaster. Anyway, thank you, that was my review. I shall see you next time.